but I did ask you to level it.
Yeah, well, I have a lot of weight sitting on me right now.
A little uncomfortable right now.
Westphalia, it's calling you. Get in the van and hike your homeland. Bring the family, they want to be there to see a show in a low back chair. That's how the call-ins mix.
What are you doing in there? Well, you're setting up. Okay, so next wine, 2015 Lomadrone Oveja Negra. 49% Mourvedre, 22% Grenache, 21% Syrah, and 8% Counoise. Paso Robles appellation, Willow Creek District. This is, as far as our Rhone selection goes, this is the top for us. Dave and Kathy Colmar planted the Old Oak Vineyard Rhone selections for Lomadrone 10 years ago. And Mourvedre, Grenache, Syrah, Counoise in the reds. You want to do the honors and talk about production a little bit?
I'm going to pour first. Gosh.
Nice little glass you got there.
Mourvedre, Grenache, Counoise, and the Syrah are on trellis.
Whoa. You just said Mourvedre, Grenache, and Syrah were on trellis.
I said Mourvedre, Grenache, and Counoise, and then Syrah was on trellis. Did I not? The Mourvedre, the Grenache, and the Counoise are all head-trained vines, and the Syrah is on trellis.
And 100% dry farm too, the Mourvedre, Grenache, and Counoise.
And all of the head-trained vines are 100% dry farmed.
Glad we got that straight.
Yeah, okay, we did it. Once we ferment them all in about 1.5 ton macro bins, so big food grade plastic bins, essentially. And they ferment with native yeasts. Once they're done with their fermentation, their primary fermentation, we press them separately into 132-gallon puncheons for malolactic fermentation and aging.
Did you drink cider this morning before?
A little bit. Once they're done with their malolactic fermentation, we choose a blend and then we blend them together to make this.
This wine is tasting ridiculously good right now. I mean, it's super spicy, and I like to say chaparral on the nose, or garrigue if you're a French guy. What are you getting out of this?
Another fill-up.
Paying the guy $200 an hour, and he wants wine as well.
Good Lord. Not his first glass either.
No, it's not.
For me, I'm getting a lot of raspberry, a lot of dark red raspberry.
Probably Grenache, you think?
Yeah, maybe. Stemmy Grenache.
Because we are what, 22%
Grenache?
So yeah.
You would think you would know that before not having to look at the bottle.
Yeah. My memory
it's
is
a long time ago.
It was 4 years ago.
2015.
I love the game on the nose, like that meaty, rich. I mean,
and that's Mourvedre, right? I mean, that's Mourvedre.
It's Mourvedre. It just makes you want to have dinner. It makes you want to have food.
Meat's
back on the menu, boys.
As a vegetarian, what would you be able to pair with a wine like this? Because there is a lot of vegetarians.
That's a solid question.
Portobello mushroom, maybe? Like
mushroom would be fantastic.
Like a nice mushroom,
like a mushroom ragu or a mushroom stroganoff, something like that. Totally.
And stroganoffs need milk, right? To be a stroganoff.
Don't go there. You can feel that stem, which from the Grenache, as you pointed out earlier, for sure. That spice, that herbiness.
It's very herbaceous. You're right. I agree with that. It's really nice.
It's a much more spice game focused wine than it is fruit to me, though. You're right with that Grenache coming through is incredible, which is why we make blends. I mean, you have the meat and game and that earth of the Mourvedre, and you bring in the Grenache and that massive red fruit. Counoise, which is always bright and super pretty, low tannin, low alcohol, high acid, and then Syrah is just Syrah. It's like brings color and depth, and there's a richness to it which is special. So the alcohol on this wine, 14.2, which is right about where I'd like to see this. I mean, 13.5 to 14 is kind of where I like these wines to be, if we can achieve that. Of course, it's got to be done year by year, what the vintage gives us as far as sunshine and sugar, but right where I like to see it. It's phenomenal.
You can have multiple glasses of this with dinner. Go back to the bottle after the first one.
I generally like to stick to one glass with my,
Yes.
with my meal.
But before and after, there's whiskey.
Right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Good job. Thank you.
That's how the call-ins mix.
Maybe it's you. Maybe it's all you. Pressed and fermented cold.
Picked at the right time.
Picked at the right time, bottled with minimal SO2.